Well, hello there, and now we're live. And how is everybody today? Um, Hi, I'm Catherine Gould from California, and we are a hangout. We are a group of entrepreneurs who have their own business, but they have a whole group of a community of people that are supporting them. And we do this every week on Tuesday. We make a top. Everybody has a new topic. Everybody gets to talk if they want. And so this is my time to talk, and we're going to be doing the topic of healthy habits of entrepreneurs. So that's a good topic for today. And I'm going to introduce my panel, because they're international. There's one from Canada and some from U.S. and who knows where else. So I'm going to introduce them from the right to the left. So the first one that I see is Carol Makowski. Carol, would you like to come out?
Sure. Hi, this is Carol Makowski. I'm in upstate New York, at the other end of the house from Ellie Walsh, who will introduce herself in a moment. And we are both working a business online and have been doing it for a while now. And we know Catherine for a while, and this is it. I'm interested to see what she has to say. We'll find out how healthy or unhealthy we are today. So let's see.
Thank you, Carol. Okay, next one is Danny. You want to talk, Danny? Come out. Thank you. Oh my God. Your
now
voice.
This sounds like Mickey Mouse again. No, be quiet, don't you?
All right, well, I guess I'll be going over there to Ellie then. That was interesting and funny.
Walsh, not Mickey Mouse, and Danny's not Mickey Mouse. This is the new computer. She comes on, and I don't know, it sounds like Alvin and the Chipmunks. I have no idea. Hopefully when she signs back on, she'll sound like a different person. She is in Canada, so I don't know if it's got anything to do with that. I am on the other side of the house from Carol, and I'm healthy habits. We're gonna find out, okay? I need help in healthy habits. Oh, maybe Danny can talk now. Let's see.
Can
yes.
I?
Danny?
Do I
Yes.
sound normal now?
Yes.
I don't know what it is that happens. It's something to do with the air in Canada. It must be, right?
Yeah.
So, hi, I'm Danny Kluche. I'm from Ontario, Canada, and I'm an online marketer and networker as well as the rest of this gang. And this is a great group tonight. Can't wait to hear what you got to say tonight, Catherine.
Well, thank you, Danny, and I'm glad your voice is back to normal. Anyway, the next one we have is Jamie. Would you like to come out, Jamie?
Sure thing, and special guest Alvin and a chipmunk. My name is Jamie Donnelly. I am an internet mogul from New Jersey, and I do not have any special effects or helium to make me sound any cooler, but I'm excited about how to learn how to become healthy since I've been sick for the last 3 weeks.
Thank you, Jamie. And next we'll see Julie. Would you like to come out?
Yeah. Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm Julie, and I'm from Asheville, North Carolina. Actually, Weaverville, but most people's never heard of Weaverville, so I usually just say Asheville. So, I'm an internet marketer, network marketer, been doing it, for quite some time, and just glad to be here and can't wait what you have to say tonight, Catherine. Okay?
Thank you. Okay, and the last one we have for now is Mark.
Well, hey, everybody. My name's Mark Seymour, and I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. And it's a pleasure to be here with everybody tonight. Looking forward to the training topic. I'm sure it'll be great. And with that being said, we'll move on.
Thank you, Mark. So anyway, the topic today is 5 essential habits of healthy entrepreneurs. And this means also not just physical health, but mental health also. That's a big part. So the first the tip number 1 is, the first healthy habit is that entrepreneurs have is you learn something new every day. The entrepreneurs are lifetime dreamers, and they work hard, play hard, and think hard. They love to read, listen to audio, and learn as much knowledge as they can, and seek out topics that are made for their business, but also for their health. So they want to be healthy people because they know that their health affects their business. If they're not healthy, then their business will go down the drain. So that's the first one. The health has an effect on their business if they are not healthy. And number 2 is set goals and create a system to achieve them. Entrepreneurs know that the fastest path to failure is having the knowledge but not implementing it or not applying it. They go beyond learning and apply what they have learned, and some go further and they teach what they learn. That is called, it's called learn, do, teach. And if they teach what they're learning, then they remember things more and they will get it right. They learn more when they're practicing what they're learning about. And number 3 is spending their downtime wisely. You know, the average person spends 3.5 hours a day watching TV. You shouldn't be. If you're an entrepreneur, they're not like that. They will stay healthy. You need to stay focused on your business as well as taking care of your health. So some things you can do is meditate or write down your goals. And the important thing is that they work on themselves and to take care of their family. So if they're always watching TV, you'll gain weight and you won't be physically, and you won't be in your business the best you can be. Number 4 is make health exercise a priority. A healthy body will help your mind. It has been said that 80% of adults don't do the recommended exercise. They don't get the recommended amount of exercise. So if you're an entrepreneur, then you're very busy, just take 10 to 15, 20 minutes out of your way to go for a walk or to get up and do something else that's not as stressful. So because being a business for yourself is very stressful because you're wearing many hats for everything. And maybe just walking around the block or going up and down the stairs, or maybe if you have an office, you just walk around the office for a little while. This will help alleviate stress, and it will make your endorphins pumped up so that you can tackle the next challenge. Number 5 is sleep more. Sleep is very important for your brain to recharge, and sleep is vital to your success. So entrepreneurs, whether they're a night owl and they do their best work at night, or whether they're a morning owl or do their best work in the morning, they get a sleep routine that they can be consistent with, and that's better for them if they get more sleep, because you need to recharge your brain. And don't worry about taking a nap. That's okay. You can take a nap during the day if you need to. And there's 2 more bonus ones that I have that I want to talk to about. Number 6 is eat less junk food. Junk food is not good for your body. It gives you a sluggish body, and it won't help your body to perform the best. You need to eat more real food, like fresh fruit and vegetables, and to make it perform at its best. And then the last one, number 7, is create balance in your life. Healthy entrepreneurs treat health as a lifestyle, not as something you do for a few days and that's it. Not showing up, not something they'll do for now. They embrace healthy living and work smarter, not harder. So I'm sure people in the audience or in the panel have things to say. So anybody want to come out and talk about what I said, or have some more thoughts about other healthy things?
Yeah, I'll jump out here, Catherine.
Okay. Thanks, Carol.
Excuse me. I was just reading a book the other day by Dr. Christine Northrup. I believe that's her last name.
Sounds familiar.
And she was saying she's kind of a new age doctor, if you will. And she was addressing older folks and health, particularly women. And her thing is, which would, in essence, apply to entrepreneurs because we, as you say, we don't move around too much since most of us sit in front of a computer a lot of the time. So, and the same thing happens, or can tend to happen as we get older. A lot of people tend to sit in front of the TV or sit down and do sedentary things. And her big thing is movement, just as you said, to get moving and move as much as you can during the day, because, as you say, it is good for the body. It gets, the juices flowing, and it helps the brain matter, what have you. So, yeah, movement is a very important thing, regardless of what age you are in this particular profession, as we said, because of the sedentary nature of it. And also, there's something else you said. Let me see if I can find what it was. Yeah. It was interesting. I never quite heard this said before, but so true, that one of the important things for maintaining our health is that if we're not healthy, our business goes down the tubes, literally. I mean, we don't have sick time and get paid for being sick, So it certainly does behoove us to pay attention to our health. I never really thought of that before, but so true. So thank you for pointing that out. And I will fade off here.
Thanks, Carol. That was some good points. Anybody else have any other points to say?
Yeah, I'll jump in here for a minute, Catherine. As a person who I suffered with pain before, and when I changed what I did, I got rid of the pain. I used to be a sufferer of fibromyalgia, and so what Carol said about movement is really important. Mm-hmm. You think that staying sedentary would be like, you should rest. You're in pain, so you should rest. And sometimes you can milk that, and but it's better to move. I found that the more I moved, the better I felt. Mm-hmm. And the junk food, gotta go. It's gotta get gone. Anything that you can't pronounce or find in your own kitchen isn't worth eating. It's got to be whole food, right? You don't want to eat chemicals from a lab, that's for sure. I know I can't stand processed food. But yeah, those are all really great points. And the first point you made, you got to learn something new every day. Absolutely so important, no matter what you do for a living. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'll over and out.
Well, thank you, Danny. Anybody else? I know there's others.
I'll jump in.
Okay, Mark.
I just wanted to touch base a little bit about my specific situation, and what I do is drive a truck. Mm-hmm. So I spend a lot of time behind the wheel, and I kind of find myself wandering from one side of the spectrum to the other from time to time, where I'll get into this big exercise routine, and I'll be very stringent with it, and I'll notice my energy level would skyrocket, and my attitude would become better. I would just feel better. And then on the bad side of the spectrum, I would quit doing all that and eat a bunch of junk food and gain weight and feel terrible. So I guess it's just common sense, really. If you take care of yourself, if you set aside a little time, 3 or 4 times a week, you only have to exercise maybe an hour, three times a week. That's all you need.
Yeah.
So if you can do that, just create a structure and a schedule to where you can do that on a consistent basis, and then eat well. You've got the majority of it licked right there if you just do that. So I'm in the middle of the process of going back to the good side of things from the bad side. But yeah, I think it's real important to set aside some time, 3 or 4 times a week. An hour is all you need just to exercise. Make sure you're eating well. Mm-hmm. Drink good water, which I drink. And when you do that kind of stuff, it's amazing the difference in how much better you feel and how how more active you can be, and how much better your attitude is, and how much more productive you can be. So, yeah, it's a big deal to take care of yourself for sure.
Yeah, and you don't have to have it all at one time.
Right. Right.
So, anybody else?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Thanks, Jamie.
Before I start, let me say, Carol, please, don't fade out anytime soon, okay? Because none of us are ready for that. All right, I don't like that at all. First of all, like I said, I've been sick for a while. I just had a big conversation about taking care of myself last night with somebody down there. Ellie. You know, one of the things I made sure I did this morning was I have this app on my phone. It's called Headspace. It's a free app, and it's a literally 10-minute meditation. And I've had it since January. I'm on day 7 today. So I'm obviously doing very well with that. But, you know, I try my best to be, I'm on all the time. I'm like on stage all the time, or on my own reality show as far as eating goes, because I'm the camera lens is my son. You know, he's on me all the time, watching what we eat, what we do, you know, and so making sure that I eat well and take care of myself, or eat well, is something that's important for me to show him how to do, especially since we are so sedentary. I mean, my tochas doesn't leave this chair sometimes for, you know, half a day. If it was up to me, it might never leave it. So that exercise every day, I wanted to be like, I'm not doing that. Being not healthy, the business goes down. Carol said this as well. I mean, it's true, because I got sick in the beginning of the month, and my goals for this month were like, I was doing well. The plane has crashed into the mountain, okay? So, and that's all because I just don't have the focus. I don't have the energy. You know, when you don't feel good, you don't feel good, you know? And so that's definitely, finding that balance is something I'm quickly having to find, that like force correction at this point quickly, because if I don't, I'm gonna go. My plane is definitely gonna crash into the mountain. Let's put it that way. So anyway, Ellie's itching to get in on this and yell at y'all now for not taking care of yourself too, right, Ellie? Calling you out.
You know, that's not true. Okay, I'm not healthy. Well, wait a minute. I think I'm very healthy. Okay, but most people would say the things I do is not healthy. It works for me. Okay, but it is true. Carol is much better at this than me. You know, we have a treadmill here. Every now and then I show up on it. And when we first got it, I did it. But Carol goes on it. She does. And I get, you know, I have that, you know, when they talk about people with that alphabet thing, A, D, B, C, D, I don't, you know, whatever. I've never been diagnosed because I've never been allowed anybody to diagnose me. But I'm either like this or I'm on huge super focus. And that is like a really great side effect of that so-called alphabet game, all right, is huge super focus. But then, you know, I'm not getting up. Like, you know, I mean, like, I'm sitting here dancing. Maybe that's good. I'm moving. It's because I go to the bathroom, all right? But I'm like, I'm doing this. I'm on super focus, right? So this weather, now that we're in nice weather here, you know, I'm getting out at least. You know, in the winter up here, you don't move. You know, and then you eat all those foods that make you feel, those comfort foods, which are warm, okay? You know, I'm a huge carbohydrate fan. So people would say, oh, that's not good, or whatever. You know, I'm not a junk eater. I never really was. It's rare. The biggest junk I probably eat is pretzels. So, you know, I don't eat, it's rare to even see me eat a potato chip. I'm not a candy eater. I never really was any of those things. Not because I'm being healthy. All right? It's not. It's just, like my body says, this is what I want, and I say, okay, body, you got it. But again, I don't crave some of that crazy stuff. I don't know. What is that about? Doesn't really matter. It's what works for me. And I do believe there's a point of you have to figure out what works for you. Because if you feel like it's too much pain, whatever it is, you ain't going to do it. And I know Danny talks so much about this, but her changing relieved pain. So there was huge benefit there for her. I do know. All right, Ellie. I actually did put weight on this winter, and I don't usually. And, I have to start moving even a little more. People think because we live in the boonies that, no, we get in our car and we go everywhere. All right? We go everywhere in the car. Because I live in, there's no flat land here. If you think, we have bicycles. First of all, if I rode down the hill, I'd go very fast. That would be kind of cool. But I would end up on what's considered here, not a highway, but a route. It can be busy. There are points that I would be dead, right? And I could never get the hell up, and not even my driveway. So the bikes just sit there. They look good. People think, so we don't really walk around here. We get in our cars. That's why we have a treadmill. Is because we don't really walk around here. So when we lived when we lived in Albany for a year, which is a city, then we walked. It's funny, you come out into the boonies and people think, oh, no, it's like, no, I ain't. Or, there's bears in those woods. If you think I'm walking in them, you lost your marbles, all right? So, but, it really does come down to, I do believe that. I know that when I'm physically feeling my best, I'm mentally at my best. I have the clarity. I have different clarity. So I don't disagree with any of this stuff. I'm not a big junk eater, so that doesn't bother me. And when I need people to know this. When we end this tonight, we're jumping onto another channel, kinda, okay? Because we have a team meeting, and I'm making everybody get up to exercise. We're gonna have movement before we do our team meeting. So that's our new thing now. So great tips, thank you, and thank you everybody for sharing. That's it.
I'm bringing my chips.
Julie, did you have anything to say, or
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great. Yeah, well, it's like Ellie said, I haven't been exercising myself, and and I know it makes you feel much better about yourself when you exercise. It's like your mind's clearer, and and I'm a tater chip person, but it's been so long I've tried to just stay off of that, and rice and pasta. That's some of my favorite foods, and that's some of the foods that make you feel the worst, so I just got to stay off of that, and I have put on a few pounds I need to get off, so that's what I'm going to, strive for.
That's good, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have on my computer, I have an app that like every 2 hours or so it goes off, and it's called Big Stretch, and it has little tips on it. I don't really use it that much sometimes, but because I focus and I just sit and I forget to get up sometimes, so that's what I have to work on.
That must be like my Headspace meditation app.
Oh, yeah, right. Yes, you reminded me of the one.
They say if it's easy to do, it's easy not to do. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Anybody else have anything to talk about before I close off this meeting or this hangout?
Yeah, I wanted to go back to what Mark was talking about also in terms of the exercise. There was a motivational film that I've seen on the internet amongst the different marketers and what have you. Excuse me. It was about a young fellow who was a swimmer. and he was at one of the Ivy League schools. I forget which one. And he missed getting into, I guess it was the Olympics or some huge deal, by like a fraction of a second in terms of his swimming racing. And he just went down the tubes after that. He left school, he traveled the world, and he ended up back in this country again, and he took up truck driving over the road, long-distance hauling. And he found that truck drivers are probably, if not the most, then among the most unhealthy people in the country because of that sedentary lifestyle, and also the ease of just running into a store and picking up potato chips and a soda and eating crap all the time. So what they're prone to is heart disease and diabetes are the two biggest, resulting from the obesity that almost well over half of truck drivers are obese, according to what he found. So he picked up a whole new goal in life, and that was to help truck drivers regain their health. And he started programs at different truck stops with people, and he would teach them when they stop, instead of running in and grabbing junk food, get out of your truck and do some exercises and whatever else it takes. And then he even established some groups in certain places. I guess people have the same routes, and they followed, and they would get together regularly and do their classes together. And some of the folks had some good results, and he was very happy. But that's what he took up now, and that's what he's doing. He loves it because of the positive effects it has on people. So I don't mean to pick just on truck drivers. Again, relating that to our own lifestyle here, because Ellie, I think it was yesterday you got into one of those super focus modes, and I don't think you left your chair for 14 hours, for God's sakes. You were in the zone, baby. I gotta tell you. So yeah, it's interesting how we can do that. Then.
So I have a timer. It goes off, and I shut it off, and I just keep doing what I'm doing.
If it's easy to do, it's easy not to do.
Yeah.
It's like, I ain't got no time for that. Okay.
Yeah. Anybody else have anything to say? Okay, well, this group meets every week, and we all take turns choosing a topic, and we're a group of entrepreneurs who have their own business, but they're not alone. The whole team helps each other and is very supportive. And if you are looking for something like this to have for your work, then come back to the person who invited you here, and they can help you get on our team, because we'd love to have more people on our team, and you would just love the people on this team too. So just go back to the person who invited you, or press the button down below, and you can join our team. So, but we're going to go off now, and we're going to go to our own, as Ellie was saying, we're going to go off to our own team meeting, and I guess we're going to be doing exercise, so that's just perfect. So anyway, until next week, same time, same channel, we will see you next week. So bye-bye, everyone.